Hello and welcome to another Stephen Mendes video. On the Before You Buy series, we always examine great products and we give you instructions on what we have discovered about them. Here we have a new Mac Mini using the M1 processor, and this is the base model. And we are going to be opening it, setting it up and reviewing it for you. All the Apple products come in very well designed white cases, and the dimensions are so accurate that it gives quite a little trouble to pull off the top because the air can't rush in because of the close engineering of the edges. And of course the packing is to impress you with the dedication to customers in quality and engineering. We're not going to actually unpack it for you because unwrapping Christmas presents is something that you can do quite well, and if you want to see that you can go somewhere else. However, we are going to give you all the information that you need to decide if you want this. If you're considering getting one of these, remember to check at the top of the box that you're getting what you want. It has a type number here which you can go and check on the Apple site to make sure you are absolutely getting the freshest, latest and best technology that you desire. Setup went without a hitch. And when it's finished, you should see this desktop. I'd heard that, or read rather, online that some people were experiencing difficulty when they were naming their home directory and selecting a password at that particular point. But they must have reconciled that issue between the time those posts occurred and the time I've brought the product. You have to remember that Apple are sorting out issues all the time. As fast as problems are being reported, they are fixing them. There was some overscan in the display which was preventing me from seeing the menu at the top. As you can see now, you can see the menu bar at the top as well as the dots underneath the icons at the bottom. This was easily rectified by going in settings, selecting display and manually adjusting it. There's a slider in there that allows you to scale it. I think one of the best things of the Apple ecosystem, as you can see, is that it works seamlessly across the Apple products. Right now it's working on the photos that I had on my iPad. When I click on photos from within here, and the icons and apps that come with the Mac are the same that are on your iPad. It's a good introduction to Apple using the iPad, because once you learn the Apple on the iPad, gravitating to the Mac is pretty straightforward. On our second boot, after creating a user account, standard user account, as well as the initial administrator account, we can see that we have two accounts there with pictures which you can change if you want. And we also have at the bottom shut down, sleep and restart as three little icons at the bottom. So this should be very comfortable to all the users of Windows computers. And this is how it looks after I've customized it with one of my own photos taken in 1998. So this computer is perfectly configurable. We have user accounts. It's always better to use a user account than to try to do all your day-to-day logins from an administrative account. If for any reason there's a problem or the computer gets hacked, the standard user account has limitations. If you need to override those limitations during normal operation, it will ask for an administrator password. And if you're the administrator, that's no problem. You know what the password is. So even if you're the only person using the computer, it's better to have it running as a standard account. This is a normal computer policy with all these multi-user operating systems. Now I want to mention at this point in time, dear friends, that the advantages of this M1 Mac Mini are that Windows users can now explore the Apple ecosystem without shelling out a tremendous amount of money. This computer is very reasonably priced, particularly if you have extra keyboards, mice and monitors around like I do, and therefore you can get into the Apple with much lower outlay than was possible in previous years. And it is an incredibly fast machine, much faster than most Windows computers that you could buy for this price. And in addition to that, it has a great deal of potential for the future. But being that it's a newly redesigned piece of hardware, what you can do with it right now is going to be fairly limited, because none of the programs that you would have been accustomed to using in Windows have yet updated their Mac versions to accommodate it. So I have to mention at this point that if you're a musician, stick with your Windows. Don't even try to use this because all of the top of the line DAWs are not yet ready to operate with this in native mode due to the complete rewriting of the architecture as well as the operating system. Likewise, the video producers have a bit of a problem. Even Final Cut, which is Apple's own top of the line video editor, has not yet been fully fixed to work with this. So if you really want to use it right now, it's best to get in there and just maybe use it for normal online surfing in Safari, social media, Zoom meeting, stuff that you can easily do without having heavyweight apps installed. And if you do want to install an app, you better find out if the manufacturer has upgraded for Big Sur and for the M1 architecture. Otherwise, don't bother. A number of users have been dealing with Rosetta as a way to get the Intel apps, to get the Intel apps working on the new M1 architecture. However, there's great slowdowns and it is not going to give anywhere near the native performance you would want to expect. So the M1 is definitely a computer of the future, and as more and more of the people feverishly write code to it, you should be good in a little while. Apple is updating it all the time as bugs are detected, and therefore it's going to become more and more useful to you with each passing month. So we just wanted you to know the pros and cons so that you would not be buying the product under any illusions. The security and the native hardware security is very good. So you are, as long as you observe standard good computing practice, you are not likely to have problems with hackers and malware or all the other problems that afflict the Windows platform. However, since the price on this product is so good, it's going to attract a wide range of users, and as users proliferate and it becomes more and more popular, doubtless somebody will try to give you a bad day while using it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.